reminds me of my creepy neighbor across the street. So when I was about 7, we had new neighbors move in across the road, dad, mom, and their son, who was 8. Him and my older brother, 9 at the time, would play a lot, and most of the time I would join. We'd have water fights in the summer, run around playing tag, and just hang out like most neighborhood kids. That all changed when I was about 12. There was a big fight between my brother and the neighbor's kid. I don't even remember what it was about, something stupid like a game gone wrong, but it turned into shouting and pushing. My dad tried to smooth things over by talking to their dad and getting them to make up, but that ended with the two fathers getting into an argument themselves. After that, we weren't allowed to go over there anymore, and they weren't welcome at our place either. Eventually, my brother and the neighbor boy made up, sort of. They'd talk at school or when they saw each other outside, but it was never like before. The dads, however, stayed stubborn, and neither one wanted to be the first to back down, so that invisible line between our houses stayed drawn. Fast forward a few years. I was 16 and doing some yard work out front, raking up leaves and gathering branches. I was sweaty, messy, and definitely not expecting a conversation. That's when the neighbor's dad came outside. I hadn't spoken to him in maybe a year, so it caught me off guard when he called out and asked how I'd been. I was polite, I always try to be, and asked how he and his son were doing. Just the usual small talk. It was fine until the end. The conversation started to wind down, and I turned to get back to work when he said, "You've grown up really beautiful." But he wasn't looking at my face. I froze for a second. I'm awkward at the best of times, and that made my skin crawl. I muttered, "Oh, thanks," and quickly picked up the bundle of limbs I'd been collecting and walked away toward the other side of the house. When I got there, I peeked around and saw he was walking back up his driveway, thankfully not following or watching. The rest of the day, I couldn't shake the feeling. It wasn't just what he said, it was how he looked at me. I felt exposed, gross, and confused. Part of me tried to brush it off like maybe I misunderstood, but the other part of me knew exactly what happened. It was off. Really off. Later that day, when my mom got home from work, I told her what happened. She listened carefully and didn't hesitate. She said I absolutely did the right thing by walking away and telling her. Then she went straight over to their house to talk to him. I still don't know exactly what she said, but after that, he never said anything to me again. No more comments, no more weird stares. Just silence. I think that moment was one of the first times I truly realized how some adults, people you're supposed to trust, can be incredibly inappropriate. It stuck with me and honestly still gives me a shiver when I think about it. I'm just glad I said something, and I'm really grateful my mom had my back.